All right. Good evening, Speed Gaming 3. Tonight we have for you the matchup between Potato Pony and Adirondack Rick. Joining me on comms, we have Sausage Link, and doing our tracking tonight, we have Siri UX. We should be underway here in just a minute. How are you doing tonight, Sausage?
I'm doing well. How are you, CD?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. I'm looking forward to yet another entertaining race. I mean, we've had a couple of decent ones today. I'm hoping for shapes. Shapes would be great.
Yeah, shapes would be nice. Mixed quest, first quest, second quest, a little bit of everything. It's always fun to see.
Well, I mean, if we were really mean, we'd say Shapes first half and second quest 7, 8, and 9, except for that gives them a pleasant 9 and just, junky 7 and 8. All right, looks like we're off and running. We're going to start with the potions letter. We're starting in the desert just above the open cave. Potato Pony and Rick are both going to take advantage of the fact that we have free candles and we have at least the Triforce from 1.
Yeah, I did not catch what the other one was or where it was at, but yeah, that candle was nice to get real quick.
Yeah, it's going to allow us to be able to check some of these. Hey, there's that potions letter we started the game with. So it's either going to be 3 or 4 for 3 or 2. I'm sorry, for the second Triforce. We won't know until we actually find some of our dungeons. Potato Pony's going to find another Take Any and go up to 4 hearts. Yay, there we go. We got game sound. Potato Pony, sadly, did not end up burning that. Looks like he's going to check the Wood Sword Cave before going back and trying again. And the 50-50 has rolled on. The Wood Sword is in the Wood Sword Cave.
Yeah, that was a good starting position to get to it pretty quickly, and that definitely worked.
Yeah, see now, if you're Potato Pony, you're just trying to get back over to this this burn bush without killing anything that is not blue or a bomb dropper. We're going to find level 6... let me see where he's entering. That actually could have been both 6s, I think.
Looks like it will either be shapes or I'm not sure.
It's got a dark room, so it's got to be either vanilla first quest or vanilla second quest. But with start room shuffle on, starting in the L, a room directly to that, I think is second quest.
Yeah, that should be second, looks like.
Oh no, first. I'm sorry, that's first quest because the, sorry. Yeah, he's in the dragon with the curly tail. So that is first quest 6, which would mean we have the Triforce for 2. 1 and 2.
I think it's more fun trying to figure out which quests these are at the very beginning than anything.
Well, there's always a chance I actually got it wrong, so we won't know until we find a map. But it's, it might be second quest 6. We're gonna have to take another look. Rick is gonna go ahead and get his sword. We're gonna find a money-making game, and I don't believe that all of our old guys in caves are saying the same thing, so we should not need the book to talk to the old men tonight. Potato Pony's gonna find level 8.
That looks like potentially a first quest starting spot there. Got a room
Yeah, it could be.
Yep,
we got a room over to the side. Yeah. Well, that's nice at least. Rick's gonna find it at exactly the same time. And until you walk in here, you have to be going, please don't be second quest 8. Now, sadly, we do not have sword beams on today.
Yeah, when you're running a seed and you find out you don't have the perma beam, it's always a little bit of a letdown. It's nice to have.
Well, I mean, I guess sometimes for me it's good because I'm going, okay, well that means my combat doesn't have to be as, my combat's bad, so my combat doesn't have to be that good because you have the perma beams, so you can like safety door a bunch of stuff or stay at a distance, but at the same time, I'm giving my opponent the same advantage. That's Spiky, just kind of hanging out in that lobby. Rick is going to go ahead and get this room cleared. Now, thanks to the bubbles in that room, it will not respawn.
Yeah, that would be a difficult room to had to respawn every time if you died throughout the level, and only having 4 hearts, wood sword, makes it rough.
It really does. But Potato Pony's doing a really good job of just kind of taking advantage, trying to knock these guys out as much as he can and get them killed. We've got another Dig Dogger here in level 8. We're going to find a tea room with some free bombs. Oh, we got some Dark Nuts, Gyptos, and snakes. But here's the good news. Those snakes are not glowing. So those are at least first quest snakes. Really nice.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's some really good bomb placement here from Rick to just kind of whittle down the HP on these Dark Nuts. I think he's going to see if maybe it'll shuffle to something he doesn't know. Well, we didn't know that shutter door was going to lock us out, so Rick's going to have to go the long way around. Potato Pony gets the final kill in this bubble room, and now this room will stay clear until Potato ends up leaving the dungeon. Now, it's worth noting that that Gleeok room that Potato Pony just walked through, that could actually have a floor drop in it.
And one thing we don't know yet is if Heart Shuffle is on, so that could potentially be something big there.
Or if that hint that Rick just saw about Aquamentus being near a lake is true or not. I mean, you kind of hope it is, because level 1 is always a nice level to find early, even if you start with the Triforces from there.
Absolutely. You always have a small level and potential of 3 items.
Hey, we got some any roads on Potato Pony's side. One's going to take us down to the coast. Now, Potato Pony's trying to get a bomb drop here. Instead, they're only going to leave him a rupee. Rick clipped into the safety of the diamond staircase. He's going to go ahead and clear this room. 61 rupee arrows, 82 meat. We have shuffled shop prices tonight, which means that the hints will also be shuffled. And Rick is going to come away with the white sword out of level 8, which tells us our items will not be vanilla tonight.
That's always a relief to see watching a race. Not always a relief for the runner, but definitely watching. It makes it interesting.
Yeah, it does, because you have to, you have to play the guessing game, and then you're like, okay, is Heart Shuffle going to be on, or is it going to be off? And sometimes you really just don't know until much later. Now, it's worth noting that this Gleeok is not going to be a push block stair, and this room doesn't, I don't believe, have a drop in level 8. Gleeoks can never be push block stairs because the fireballs can actually end up interfering with the stair opening. Alright, more exploration from Potato Pony. He is up to 5 hearts, which means if we come across whatever the white sword item is, there's a pretty good chance of picking it up. Alright, Rick's gonna find a transport staircase and just continue digging this level 8. That's, I think, possibly our item. Oh, nope, it's really trolly, and it's the other end of the staircase from the room below us. Though it is a good idea to go ahead and clear this, because this type of room likes to have drops in quite a few levels. He's also going to get a nice bomb drop there. I think he was hoping that that snake would take over some of those spawns, and he wouldn't have to deal with as many Dark Nuts. Alright, Potato Pony finds, or is back in level 5. He's going to do a little bit of digging, and this is potentially saying second quest 5.
Yeah, so far it's looking like
Oh,
it is.
hey look! There's a Triforce on the floor. And it's not in a room.
Well, there's a Gleeok.
Well, yeah, but we've got a Triforce in a non-Triforce rooms, which means that our drops are shuffled tonight, as Rick's gonna see that one in level 8 and probably go back and pick it up now. Maybe. We might continue digging.
Ooh, Potato Pony got hit by a red bubble right before getting swallowed up by that by those pancakes.
Oh, that's always painful, because of course you don't have your sword at that point, and with only 4 bombs, you wouldn't want to use any of those bombs to take that guy out. Rick's gonna pick up the Triforce and 8, head back in. There is at least one more staircase item in this level. Now, whether or not Heart Shuffle is on, or if we've seen a heart in this level on the floor, I'm not 100% certain. Ooh!
Well, that's
nice. That is a beautiful item if you are Potato Pony. He's gonna walk over there, hug those silvers, and leave second quest that part of Second Quest 5 behind. He's already seen the Triforce. And thankfully, since that was an Aqua Mentis in a boss room, he doesn't have to re-kill the boss, so he doesn't have to worry about the fact that he does not have a sword at the moment. Alright, Rick's gonna finish clearing this room again. Now again, until he leaves the dungeon, that room will not respawn. He's gonna find a bomb wall to the left. We're gonna get rewarded with a 5-er. I mean, early money is always good. We don't know yet if we're dealing with a first quest, second quest, or mixed overworld.
Yeah, with the one spot, one screen north of Vanilla start that bomb, so we're either first or mixed.
Okay, that's always good. I usually wait for them to get down to Vanilla 3 to see what color it is, or the fairy pond. If level 5 turns into a fairy pond, you're just going to be sad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes to see the second quest.
We have a mixed second... Brown. Hold on. Brown is actually mixed first quest. Yay! We're going to have money today. It's also going to be level 2. Alright, Rick is continuing to work his way here through level 8. It's really nice that these Darknets go down to a single sword stab.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see. We definitely have hit point shuffle, but I'm not sure if we're at a ±2 or ±4. I've seen upwards of 2, but I'm not sure yet.
Alright, Potato Pony's gonna find the transport staircase in level... Wait, transport staircase in level 2.
Yeah, that's definitely second quest.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd have a break from second quest today, but no such luck. I mean, we did get first quest back half, so that's something, but shapes are amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately no shapes.
Yeah, but then we can't play my favorite game in the Name That Inkblot. Alright, Rick is going to decide he's seen enough of this level 8. I think he was potentially key blocked from a decent amount of it, so he's going to go on and explore some stuff. He'll find this level 2 here in a minute. Yeah, that definitely confirms it. We are in the A. Alright, Potato Pony being really careful about bombing these guys oh, well, there's bombs on that side. At least it's not a key, an item, or a Triforce, because it's always terrible when you see it's on the other side of the chute. Alright, Rick is gonna see some bombs. This is the room that Potato Pony just up an 8 out of, because again, he's gonna go left here, it's gonna be the chute room, and you either have to clear the darkness to retrace your steps, or just up an A. Really nice that this level 2 has dropped Potato Pony. I want to say that's the 4th key he's gotten in here.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten quite a few more.
Alright, now he and Rick are basically kind of tracing each other's steps a little bit. Potato Pony's like 2 rooms away because he's already searched up to the north. Alright, Potato Pony doing a really good job of dodging the floor and planting the bombs, because you have to be facing a certain direction when you bomb these dark nets. Rick is gonna come across the item, which is gonna be the raft! Yay! Now, that's kind of funny because I think that was a key door, and the only reason Potato Pony... No, well, yeah, it might have been a key door. I think the only reason Potato Pony didn't go up there is he really didn't want to give away one of his keys.
I'm trying to think, and I want to say it was unlocked, but I easily could be wrong on that.
Well, we'll find out after Potato Pony finishes clearing what he can here in this too and heads north.
And that's the beauty of watching two people do a race.
Yeah, exactly. If you miss it on one screen, just pay attention and you can catch it a little bit later. Rick's gonna get a nice clock, which is gonna let him clear this room and not have to worry about the floor shooting him. Alright, looks like Potato Pony is gonna head back up towards the north here. As long as he does end up... we got a walk-through wall. As long as he does end up with a raft coming out of here, that's not really going to be, you know, a huge disadvantage for him. Right now, the thing that will definitely give Rick a bit of a heads up is that white sword. Because he can do twice as much damage as Potato Pony right now. And as you noted, we don't know what the HP is for sure, but it's not 0. Wow, look at all these keys. This is insane. Oh, that is a gross room. That is no good skis.
It looks like he's gonna try to clear it though.
I can't say that I blame him. I don't think we've seen a floor drop here in 2 yet. Because I don't think Potato Pony has come up with a heart, and I definitely haven't seen another item. So if I'm Potato Pony and I know that drops are shuffled, then I'm going to be clearing anything that could potentially have a drop.
Yeah, especially with not knowing yet if we do have the heart shuffle on or not. It's a little bit smaller of a level, probably one of the better ones to try to check and see.
Yeah, oh, Rick just picked up... oh, we got a key refund. This room is... well, sadly we can't clear that. And again, this white sword is just going to make clearing this room so much faster for Rick, because whereas Potato Pony has to stab these guys, I think, 8 times, Rick has only got to stab them 4. And that clock is really nice. Alright, though Potato Pony's doing a great job of using the moat to his advantage, he's stabbing from the bottom of the moat because your sword actually reaches further up. That's the heart room. Okay. I mean, yeah, we clear the bats. That's no problem. Rick is going to be able to pick up a couple of these keys that Potato Pony did, but he's not going to come out with as many because of the way that the order that Potato Pony went in.
Yeah, Rick just, he blew right through that level 2, full cleared it, got everything out, and on his way to the next.
Yeah, I mean, until Potato Pony finds some form of increased offense, he's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage. He should now know that he's got to go all the way up into that top room in the level A. Hey, we got a blue ring and a candle store.
Oh, and it looks like that walk-through wall was a one-way, so...
oh,
restarting
no.
too.
That's gross. I hate when the game does that. Alright, so Potato Pony's gonna burn a couple of keys. I would clear this to see if I can get a key refund or some bombs. Sadly, we're not going to. He knows that he's ladder blocked from those bottom 2 rooms, but if he just checks what he knows is available to him right now, he'll be able to get his raft out of the top. Meanwhile, Rick is burning all the things and checking whatever he can. The floor drop, to answer a question in chat, was a heart, and the staircase item, which Potato Pony is heading in the direction of, is going to be the raft. Yeah, it was a key door. That's why he didn't want to go in there. I mean, I can't say that I blame him. At the time that he saw it, he didn't really have, you know, he didn't have that many keys.
Yeah, thankfully for him though, level 2 provided plenty of them.
I know, this is fantastic. If we find level 1, we can get all sorts of shiny stuff out of there. Well, maybe. We don't really know yet, because we haven't seen it. Rick is going to find level 5. And he's going to go check Death Armos first. I kind of like this because we haven't seen what the Armos item is, and if it's something like a red ring, that would be fantastic. Potato Pony's going to go ahead and get his raft at a 2. He is now done. Alright, Rick checks the Death Armos screen, and then he's going to go back into level 5. Now, the silvers were not too hard to find in here. Like, I want to say that Potato Pony only saw, like, the top 6 rooms, maybe?
Yeah, I think this was a room here, or nearby.
Yeah, there's actually 2. So, for the size of level 5 in Second Quest, there's actually 2 staircases, 2 transports, which is really weird, but, you know, it works. Ooh, that's really nice that the white sword can take out the virus.
Yes, it is, and looking through it, I think it's safe to say we're at ±2 on the enemy hit points right now, too, and we definitely have enemy drop shuffle.
Okay, I will totally let you do the math on the HP and accept your word for that. I don't do math. I leave that up to my commentary partners.
Yeah, it's about all I know is math, so that works.
Yay! See? I mean, you know the game of Zelda and some Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, but I'm not that good.
Well, as long as you're having fun, though, that's the important part. Potato Pony is going to be the first of our runners to make it up here towards the grave. He's going to check the second quest spot. We're getting some pause strats, I think, from Rick to dodge the Gleeok heads. Now, if I remember correctly, the item is actually in the room through the key door, but you should be able to maybe bomb down? Oh no, there's a door. We're good.
Yep, it's just wide open.
Yeah, alright, now we got those silver arrows for Adirondack Rick, and again, the main difference right now between our 2 runners is the fact that Rick made an early dig of level 8 and he got that white sword out of there. And I agree with this. We have no evidence that Heart Shuffle is on for sure, so if I got the staircase item and it was something like silvers, I'm going to grab that Triforce and I'm not going to come back until the game makes me.
Don't blame either of the runners for doing that either. That's big item, quick Triforce.
Ooh.
And we've got the flute on the Armos.
Yeah, alright. Potato Pony, I expect to see you blowing the flute like the moment you're not dying to that Armos guy. Well, okay, yeah, check the open cave and then blow the flute. Oh, hey, we're gonna get a peek at the coast item, which is a heart. Looks like Potato Pony is gonna bomb Forgotten Spot, and then maybe we'll see him use that whistle. I kind of like this. Forgotten Spot is kind of weird to route in sometimes. Sausage! And cheap-ish bombs. I say cheap-ish because they're not over 20.
Yeah, they're at a 15% discount, and I think Pony's gathering himself a little bit there, finding the book in the shop. I know I would be.
I mean, he's got, we know that at the moment we've got First Quest Mixed Overworld, which means there are 3 large secrets out there. We also know that they're not going to be vanilla 100, 100, 100, so if I'm Potato Pony... Oh, it's, that took him to Vanilla 5, so that is beaten vanilla locations. Sadly, the large secret is only 74 rupees. Ah, I was close enough, Gary, and we're good. I'm only on, like, my 3rd race for the day. Alright, woo, 91 rupees for a key. Rick is gonna find another take any, pick up a potion because he is at 6 hearts. Or, is that 6 or 7? 6. Potato Pony's gonna find level 4. We do need this.
Yeah, level 4 is a good one. With this being second quest, 1 through 6, this is the level that has your 3 potential.
Yes, and that's assuming that's assuming Heart Shuffle's on. Let's hope that there's a path around. Adirondack Rick is going to find the 2nd large secret on Candle Row. He's now up to 142 rupees.
Yeah, one more large secret. He can get that book.
Well, he doesn't know it exists yet, though, because he hasn't bombed the Forgotten Spot. Potato Pony is hugging the blue bubble so he can get his sword back.
The red bubbles are being fairly friendly in that room, too.
Yeah, they were sticking to the other side, which was kind of nice. Once he got his sword back, it was like the red bubbles all went to the right side of the room and he could just stab that dark nut. Alright, we're gonna get a key drop. Now, Rick, if he screen scrolls over towards the grave and he bombs Forgotten Spot along the way, he's going to get the information that this is in fact a boomstick seed. Oh, hey, level 3, how are you today? Alright, so we're entering in the long column. We do need to be able to get to the transport staircase, so we're hoping that the bait block is somewhere in this long column and that we don't have to worry about it. This could be it here with all the bunnies. That clock is huge.
Yeah, nice thing too, only place that bait block can really hurt Rick here is if it's in the far right column on the top and he can't get over into that bottom room and there's something important.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna hope that maybe that bait block just rolled into somewhere we don't really have to care about, and it's very lucky. This is actually usually a drop room. Yeah, there we go. We got a heart. I love the Link Korea sprite. That's awesome. Oh, hello.
Ooh,
Well, so yeah, we had a heart and a ladder. Yeah, I think Rick is a little bit worried. Now entering from here could be really... Yeah, that's the bait block.
Yeah, so our only potential there is...
Oh, dear.
Yep, that was the one scenario that it would have been bad for him.
Well, I mean, he's about to possibly... Was there meat in the bookshop? Because he's about to get the information that this is, in fact, a boomstick seed, but I'm trying to remember what else was in the store. No, just bombs. Okay. Oh, he's so close! That's 193 rupees!
Yeah, and that shop has all the booms, too.
Yeah, it's got the bombs, it's got the book. I mean, that's fantastic. That's a door repair. That is not fantastic. So, I mean, it is kind of nice that you can actually get to both of the items as Rick's going to pick up his recorder. It's really not... He's going to blow it immediately. Okay. And then duck out of it because there are some spots over here to check.
That was pretty good heads-up play twice in a row there for him.
Yeah, that was definitely... It's like, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Hold on. As we got a heart on the floor in level 4. Oh, I don't think I could have left that fiver behind, but, you know, I would want the boomstick book. Potato Pony's gonna try to get up onto this block so that he can clear this Darknet room. Though, with the lag that usually comes with this room, it can sometimes be difficult to pull off the block clip. Hey, there we go. Good job, Potato Pony. Now just don't move.
Yeah, Potato Pony almost doing what I'm notorious for doing and stepping a little too far outside of that block.
Yeah, it's always like, yeah, I got it, and then you're like, oh no, wait, they can hit me now. I'm in trouble. All right, he's gonna leave once he's got. I think that was one. Ah, get back on the block. Get back on the block. He's also doing a really good job of using those blocks to kind of like herd the dark nuts in the directions he would like them to go. Because it's always handy when you can keep the dark nut. Oh, there's a key in that room. Okay. That's funny. That's a full second quest key location, because that room normally would not have a... That normally wouldn't have a drop like that.
Rick found level 1 here up at the top of the waterfall, and gonna go in and try to figure out what he can find in here.
Well, I mean, so it's level 1 in second quest. It's gonna look like a giant E, and instead of a staircase item, we're gonna have a transport staircase, and then it'll be a heart if we don't have heart shuffle, and an item on the floor. That's a bow. Well, Rick is now in Triforce and Go mode. As long as he can get to all of his levels, Potato Pony is going to find a mugger here in level 4. He's going to go ahead and pay him. Again, that's such a second quest Triforce location. Alright, Rick's gonna go ahead, blow the flute so that he can get off of this screen. He should now know that this is vanilla unbeaten. Or, sorry, vanilla beaten, because that's, the second quest flip-flops it, and that's why he's at 7 instead of 8. So the game's being a little bit of a troll.
It was surprisingly, Rick spent some of that money, and now he doesn't have enough for that book.
Yeah, but it's only 190 some odd rupees, and our secrets are 1139 and 74, so it might not be too long before he can afford it. But with how key-starved these seeds can be, I can almost understand maybe saving that money or buying a key the second you find the cheap key shop.
That's definitely understandable, especially he's been rolling around with just one key for quite a while now, too.
Alright, so that will actually put him, like, right back into striking distance for the book. If he does... Oh, no! Was that another... Oh, that's the original Munger room. Alright, so Potato Pony, meanwhile, he's up to 6 keys. He knows where the Triforce is in 4. He is going to go ahead and take it. I like this. He's dug as much as he can possibly dig in this level 4.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think level 4 second quest can be probably the biggest time waster in any seed if you have it.
Alright, here we go. Rick is going to check some more spots. I think we're going to maybe see him check Vanilla 2.
And surprisingly did dip in and dip right out of that level 4 when he found it, too.
Well, I mean, you don't want to dig 4 unless you have to. Like, maybe he's trying to hopefully find all of the levels so that he knows how long he has to spend in there.
Very well could be.
Alright, are we going to see a raft check from Potato Pony? That would be awesome. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and clear this so that there's a small chance he doesn't get slamooed when he comes back across the water. We're gonna find that same old bait and key shop. Alright, Rick, meanwhile, is gonna maybe pick up the start off the coast. There we go.
Yeah, that never hurts.
And apparently we've already seen vanilla level 4, so our raft does not get to be useful tonight, which is a bit sad.
We can still hold out hope for that power bracelet.
I mean, that'd be nice. We already have recorder, so power bracelet is about the biggest troll that the game could throw at us.
Maybe deep in level 7.
First quest 7? Yeah, that could be good. That's a very large level to have to go digging for it.
Yeah, 33 rooms of torture.
Blah, the game can just give me shapes. I enjoy shapes. Alright, Rick is, again, 178 rupees. I would either want to buy keys, or I would want to buy that book. I mean, we don't really need the book, but the keys might come in handy.
Curious to see if these hints are helpful at all, either. That's showing magic key for the white sword item over in Death Mountain.
That would be pretty nice. I mean, we do have a lot of Death Mountain we didn't get the chance to bomb yet. Alright, Potato Pony, I think we're probably going to see the screen, after he clears out this top section, we'll probably see the screen scroll, because I don't know if he's been up near the waterfall yet.
I don't believe so.
And yeah, there's only one way to know. We've actually got to find... Level 1 was in fact by a lake. Yes, because that technically counts as a lake. But here's the thing about deceptive hints. The game does actually occasionally roll truthful deceptive hints, because it's just trying to cobble together a hint. It doesn't really go through the fact-checking to see if the hint is true or false.
Yeah, I know I've had a deceptive hint one where the first 2 hints I got were actually correct, and then the rest of them were completely off base, so it really threw me for a loop.
Oh,
Sometimes that can happen.
Yeah, we've had it happen in a couple of races where some of the hints were true and some of them were just like complete straight up lies, and you're just going, well, how do you know which ones to actually listen to? Looks like Potato Pony is gonna go ahead and buy a potion. Yep, he's got the money to do it. Rick is back in level 3 with the bait, so he can get around the bait block. And get his Triforce here out of level 3, because unfortunately that's not the transport staircase.
And at this point, if you're Rick, you gotta be wondering, yeah, should I dig that power bracelet out of these levels? Should I just keep trying to fly through and go? It's a hard decision at this midway point of the race.
Alright, we're gonna feed the hungry gorilla. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I would seriously just go until the game forces me to stop. Like, until the game makes me dig a power bracelet out of somewhere, then I would just be leaving all the things behind that I could. I think Rick is clearing this. He's gonna go ahead and use a potion. I think he's clearing this to see if it drops a key. Sadly, it's not going to, but that potion is going to get Rick to the other side of the world as Potato Pony comes across some hints down in the forest. And Link to the Past can no. Sadly, those are 2 separate categories. So the guy who wants the bait is the hungry gorilla, and you can only give him the bait. There we go. We got the Triforce out of 3 for Rick. And the mugger is always going to be the mugger, and he's only going to want its keys, hearts, money, or bombs.
And unfortunately, he never wants your soul.
I mean, I'd rather give him that, but you know what's really nice is when you find that mugger room when you only have 3 hearts, because as long as you started with 3 hearts, you can't go lower than that, so you can pay him a heart in theory, he vanishes, and you turn into Zombie Link until you die.
I think Zombie Link is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's like, yay! I just got a mugger for free. It's great. Alright, Rick is gonna give us our first Vanilla 9 check. Potato Pony is gonna find another large secret. Now, if Potato Pony continues up the coast and then kind of goes around to that bomb spot, he's going to find level 3. Which will tell him that sadly he's going to have to buy bait in order to get across the L and get his Triforce.
And he's getting close to that book money too, and that might end up being a bad move if he buys a book a little too quick.
Yeah, I mean, but can you blame him? The game, that mugger, oddly enough, might actually save him, and he might check this level first.
Yeah, I think that helped out quite a bit.
Because now he's not within, like, easy farming distance of did the orange Lionel just drop bombs for Rick?
I think so. We have the enemy drop shovel on.
See, I like that flag. That's a lot of fun. There's our any key in Death Mountain, so that is a second hint that has in fact been proven true.
I think Rick just breathed a huge sigh of relief too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yay! I don't have to worry about this anymore. All right, now so unfortunately for Potato Pony, he doesn't have the bow, so he can't just shoot these bunnies. He's got to actually stab them. And this is a lot of stabbing, but the reason he has to clear this room is because it could, in theory, be the transport staircase. Alright, this is going to unfortunately take Potato Pony a little bit of time. And to answer a question in chat from Link to the Past Ken, so 9 could in theory need the power bracelet. Either of the levels we haven't seen yet could. There's a lower chance since there are fewer power bracelet locations on a first quest overworld, but, you know, the game likes to be trolly. Ah, good dodging from Rick there to not get skewered by the Lionel beams, as we're going to find mags up on Death Mountain. So there's another hint that has been proven true.
Yeah, I think we're at the point we can say this is good hints.
Yeah, I agree. Until until we find one that really isn't. I think it is definitely helpful hints tonight. As Rick finds 9 up on Death Mountain. Well, all right, now we're just missing 7.
And we can still hope for a little bit of 7 to be power bracelet blocked.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at least get to see the rest of the overworld get cleared. Because if I'm one of these runners, unless I find, like, I find an item on the way to a Triforce in, say, 4 or 6, I probably wouldn't go looking. You know, I would just keep going until I've cleared the entire overworld, every spot I can actually get to, and then I would think about digging one of these dungeons. There's the ladder for Potato Pony.
Yeah, getting the good news about the ladder, but unfortunately getting ready to get the bad news of the mugger. Or, not the mugger, the bait block.
Yeah, the bait block. Womp womp. Alright, so if I'm Potato Pony, well, alright, sadly they don't go down to a single sword stab because he doesn't have the white sword. Rick is going to find level 6. To answer a question in chat, yes, the bait blocks the staircase that you need to get over to the 2-room segment in 3 that has the Triforce in it. Well, okay, so the pancake in level 6 knew that our raft was not going to be necessary tonight. There is a heart on the floor for Rick. Is this? Yep, that's a very free staircase in 6. That's going to be our transport. Alright, we're gonna find a pretty nice compass here in level 6 that kind of points us in the right direction to go for our Triforce. That Wizrobe was playing the invisible water Wizrobe trick there. Oh, evil room. Evil room. Careful, Rick. And they're trying to make a Rick sandwich in the corner.
Yeah, that is a horrible spot to get into right there. That room is just nasty. Coming in from the top on a push wall. Oof.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do. You just try to act as fast as you possibly can to get out of the way and, you know, hope the game is kind. And it's usually not kind. Alright, Potato Pony, meanwhile, is going to join Rick here in level 6. This kind of makes sense if you're Potato Pony. You haven't really found much else. At this point, you might be thinking, hey, I need a power bracelet. Oh, Potato Pony? I guess Spiky is blocking a shutter door, but still. I mean, he may have made questionable choices. It's okay. However, it's worth noting that this dark room, if this was not a shutter door, there is no reason to clear this room outside of the map, the compass, a key, a pack of bombs, or a fiver. It's never going to have your heart, your Triforce, your floor item, or anything like that. Ooh, I don't think Rick has seen this staircase, maybe?
No, I think Rick's been doing the whole southern part and western part, so this may end up being our item.
Yeah, that would be really good for Potato Pony, especially if it can come across that compass. It's gonna... Oh, buddy, it's the power bracelet. Okay, yeah. This could be good.
Yeah, if Rick doesn't dig this out and 7 ends up being power bracelet blocked, that could be a huge advantage for Pony.
Yeah, that would definitely get him a little bit more time to catch up, because even though the Triforces aren't really that uneven, that white sword is just letting Rick clear these levels so much faster than Potato Pony can. Rick is just kind of trying to home in on where the compass put the Triforce.
Like this move by Pony, he was waiting for the blue Wizrobe to come by so he could bomb it and have a little protection.
Just hug the play rodeo bubble, or hug the pancake. I love the pancake armor. That is like that. I do that all the time. It's bad, but it works.
Yeah, unfortunately it takes away a heart, but sometimes it makes life much easier, especially when you have Wizzies.
Alright, looks like he's gonna go ahead and use the potion to get the shutter door open, which makes sense because now that we can see the map on Rick's side as he's got his Triforce, there is a little bit of a neck here, so Potato Pony just kind of wants to clear it. That's all, you just want to clear it. Alright, Rick is gonna go back in, which should mean that I'll have his power bracelet here in pretty short order. He's gonna have to take out Spiky, which is gonna get him into the staircase room. So no, I think he's gonna walk through the door here, see the diamond staircase with the Aquamentus, and he's gonna get his item. He's not even gonna kill the Aquamentus.
Had to throw up that silver arrow for good luck too, and it proved lucky.
Yeah, a little bit of a swag arrow there. Now, sadly for Potato Pony, he doesn't have a sword right now, because he got orange bubbled on the way into the staircase. It's not going to take him very far. It took him, I believe, south one room?
Yeah, it didn't look like he went far at all.
Rick, meanwhile, is off to check all the power bracelet locations, looking for our missing level 7. Now, Rick also, he saw 4, I believe.
Yeah, he dipped in and right back out.
So I can't say that I blame him at all there, especially now that he's got bow and silvers. He knows that he's not going to have to actually dig anything out of 4, so leaving that for last is, you know, not a bad idea.
Yeah, he recognizes how big of a time waster that can be, so you know, dodging it however much he can, it's sometimes a good play, and he's got everything he can possibly need now.
Yeah, he really does. He just needs to basically clean up and go into 9 and hope that it's not terrible. Potato Pony's going to take the transport staircase, which doesn't really do you much good. He's going to use his last bomb trying to get through here. And this is why it doesn't do you much good. It gets you another candle, another key, but unfortunately it's basically a dead-end staircase.
Yeah, I think that room is always at vertical shoot in Second Quest 6.
Ooh, bomb upgrade for Rick. We're up to 11, so that was +3.
Okay, not great, but not horrible.
Alright, Rick, meanwhile, is going to work his way through the Dongo room. Now, Rick having the ladder, because Potato Pony didn't have the ladder, and then the bow and silvers in here might actually cost him a little bit of time. Because he'll have more of a path, and that any key, he will have more options available for him to go search than Potato Pony did when he was in here.
Ouch, got hit by that Wizrobe as he finished off the leg light. Has to start back over, and looks like he's no power right now.
I can't say that I blame him. That's not like the kindest level. Thankfully, he did get the power bracelet out of there, which should enable him to find this level 4. Not 4, I'm sorry, level 3. No, which one are we missing? We're missing 7. We're missing the giant dinosaur head. See, I was tracking last race, and I usually run Z-Tracker on the side, so my brain is just going, wait, we're not tracking this one. I don't know where everything is.
I know, trying to remember is tough sometimes.
Alright, Potato Pony is going to go into 8. Now this would be really good for Potato Pony if he can get to the Triforce, and he can get to that white sword really, really quickly. But Potato Pony hasn't found the bow yet. He also hasn't seen level 1 up above the waterfall. So he may be inclined to actually dig more of this level 8 than Rick did when he was in here.
Yeah, and I'm unfortunately not seeing that bow. Yeah, he's probably gonna be digging both items out of here.
I mean, if I'm Potato Pony, I would probably have gone searching for level 1 before resorting to digging level 8. Rick sadly doesn't have the money to pay the mugger here in 4. Now this, I think, is the Triforce room. I mean, I know the Triforce is in a room like this, but I want to say this is the actual Triforce room. He's going to really good stun on the Dodongo. He's going to grab the Triforce and not look back.
Alright, all that's left for Rick now is the hunt for 7.
Yeah, and at this point, we pretty much know it's under a power bracelet. And I think, like, the only power bracelet spot in first quest that we haven't seen is the one that's up near the grave. Or potentially the one that is down next to the wood sword cave.
I want to say that was the first one Rick checked once he got out of level 6. It looks like he's definitely making his way straight to that grave push block.
Yeah, so that might be the only one. Alright, Potato Pony, meanwhile, is doing a great job of dodging the evil floor turrets and the bubbles in this level 8 to try and... jerk-face floor. Alright, Rick's gonna try to set up the screen scroll. Oh, okay, I like this. He's pirouetting the Lionels off to the other side, and this is going to be our level 7. Alright, we got the sandy floor room, which likes to drop various items. This time it's going to be a key. We don't really need that when we have the any key.
Well, that ended up being a nice little health refill room.
Yeah, all the fairies. That was definitely really, really good for Rick. Now he has silvers and 22 rupees, so anything that he can take down with the silver arrows, I imagine he's going to go ahead and do so, because it's faster, it's more damage. Potato Pony doing a great job of fighting this Gleeok here in this room to try to get the shutter door open. He's going to get bombs. He needed those, so that's good. Rick is going to find a staircase here in 7. It's my favorite item, the red ring.
Well, I think that's about the only thing he would have gone down for, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else at this point. He's got enough hearts. That red ring, though, that allows you to take a lot more damage in what could potentially be a nasty level 9. Oh, that bubble, I think, just saved him from getting caught by the grabby hands coming through the door.
That sure did.
That's awesome. That would have been really sad. Alright, Rick is still digging. He's down to 10 rupees, so he's gonna be a little... Oh, well, now the game's like... I love it, Master Rupee Boss.
And the Rupee Boss decided to have a leader in the room, too, and said, "You're only getting 8 rupees."
Yeah, that was awesome. It's like, here, you only need 8 arrows. That's all. You know, just a couple. Yeah, so Serio X, every so often, like, you know how there are the master bosses in the room? Every so often it rolls into the room with the Rupee Boss, so if you clear the Rupee Boss in a certain order, and you somehow grab the Master Rupee first, the entire Rupee Boss just goes poof. It's awesome. I mean, it sucks if you needed the money, but... It's a lot of fun to watch. I've had it happen to me in races before, and I'm like, oh man, I wanted that. Alright, so Potato Pony is going to go ahead and clear this room. I think he's hoping for maybe, yep, the compass. That's a good call. Now, he's probably a little bit torn, so he's still missing the bow. I don't think he's seen level 1. For some reason, I don't think he's been above the waterfall yet. So it would make sense if he stays in here to dig these items out, because he's still missing the bow. That's helpful, though. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a dig dogger do it. That would be kind of funky.
You have that happen one time, and you blow the whistle, and then just everything disappears.
That's awesome. Alright, so Potato Pony is going in the direction of the Triforce. I think the fact that that wall did not bomb is actually going to help him here. Rick, meanwhile, is continuing to work his way here through level 7. A compass would be really, really handy, because it would help point him in the direction he needs to go a bit quicker. But I mean, as it is, Rick's on a tear at the moment. He is just clearing these rooms that could potentially be the Triforce drop, and then leaving. He's like, okay, nope, I'm done.
At this point, just tank and go. That's the best thing you can do.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, he's got red ring, and he's full up on hearts at the moment, so... But I mean, not to... Oh.
Well, this could be interesting.
Oh. I'm almost hoping that that's the Triforce, but without seeing Rick's map, I don't know if we've been in the room that's above that already.
I want to say he stayed further west, so possibly not.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. If I'm Rick, I would have picked up the 5-er. Just because he's down to 21 arrows. Oh, hey, this room does have enemies. So this type of room, oddly enough, with the grabby hands, almost got Sighttown in his race yesterday because he was coming through so quickly that he didn't actually have the game didn't actually have time to spawn the grabby hands, and then he got shuttered into the room next to him and had to up an A. So he had to redig the entire level looking for the staircase when he'd already been in the room. Hey, we got a Y4. Oh no. Yeah, we got a Triforce here for Potato Pony. I don't know if that was intentional, but I'm almost hoping he takes it and goes to find level 1. Yeah, we're running it. There's not another way into that room from this side.
I think he tried the other sides too, so and if that's Triforce, well.
Game, come on. Alright, so Rick is now headed to level 9. I mean, there was such a chance. There was a chance there. Alright, Sausage, so since we never get to do this together, I'll go ahead and ask you, what are we looking for here in level 9?
We are looking for 2 things, a roar and a door. If we hear a roar, that means we are 1 room away from Ganon, because he's loud and he's messy. And then also, we're looking for a door, so if there's a shutter door that doesn't open when a room is cleared out, that means the princess is in the next room.
Alright, sounds good to me. Now, we don't even have to go looking for our silvers or our bow, so if I'm Rick, I'm hoping for a pretty immediate Ganon.
Yeah, with this being First Quest 9, this is a large level. And looks like we already have a hint for the princess, though.
Yeah, that's pretty helpful. We do know that one of these... I like the loud and messy part, by the way. We do know that the hints are truthful, so this helps us narrow down where the princess is.
Yeah, I always say he's loud and messy because, well, he's a pig.
Yeah, I mean, we could add like little when he moves, we could add like little splushes to the animation. That'd be funny. I was about to say we have a roar, but that was Aquamentus. Alright, Rick using those silver arrows pretty liberally. Now, first, yeah, Melchior bringing up a good point in chat. First Quest 9 is pretty big. There are a lot more staircases, there's a lot more rooms. That was the roar of Ganon, okay. Well, okay, in this case it's Zelda, and she's really zombified and cranky. She's 0 HP!
And we have Lady Bacon.
Yay! Now, if I'm Rick, I'm gonna check every single one of these rooms that are attached to the Ganon room. Sadly, there's not gonna be... Oh, there she is!
There she is.
Alright, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for Rick, finishing in first place with a race time GG time of 1:02:27. Alright, meanwhile, Potato Pony is continuing to dig level 8. I think he's now got that white sword, which is going to be good for him. But I think really this all comes down to he never found level 1. And level 1 had the bow. It was relatively free. It's a smaller dungeon to try to dig than this 8. And it would have saved him considerable time in all of the rest of the dungeons that he was digging. Alright, meanwhile, Potato Pony is going to go ahead and use the spiral staircase against those dark nuts. Let's see what this is. It's the transport. Oh yeah, this is the transport that leads to the other transport that is directly above it.
Going through the transport, just go down a room.
Yeah, I mean, it takes him back to where he needed to be, sort of. Welcome and GG's to Adirondack Rick.
Well, thank you.
So, I have to say, that early dig of level 8 really sets you up incredibly well. So that was, it was risky at the time, but man, that was a good choice.
Yeah, finding that white sword was definitely a nice find, especially with enemies that didn't roll 0 HP.
Yeah, it's allowed you... Oh, the wand was an 8. It's allowed you to clear a lot of these dungeons. Like, you and Potato Pony, I think were in... I think it was 2 at the same time. And you just flew through there because that white sword was just letting you, do twice as much damage.
Yeah, that definitely was a big help right there.
Potato Pony, it looks like we might actually get a boomstick. He has not found level 1. I mean, he hasn't really gone looking for it yet. He just got the hint in level 8 about it being near a lake. And yeah, we are gonna get... Yay! Once the P-Hat gets the heck out of the way, we're gonna get a boomstick purchase here from Potato Pony.
Has he seen level 7 yet?
He hasn't, but he did get the power bracelet when he was in 6, so he's set up to go ahead and find it.
Yeah, nice recorder blocked power bracelet.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, it was about the only like chain reaction that we had.
Once in a while, you do have to have a good old chain reaction in this seed.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few nasty practice seeds over the last few days, and the race back on Saturday against Caffey, so this one felt good.
Yeah, I can imagine. So unfortunately for Potato Pony, I'm wondering if he has forgotten that he's going to have to buy bait. He is going to find... Okay, so that's a medium secret here, which might be enough. But he has to still get the Triforce out of level 3, which means he's got to pay the mugger to get into the staircase room.
Yeah. I hated finding that, and... Of all the ways to force a bait block...
Yeah, to put it right before... I was hoping that the bunnies... were actually... That first... the diagonal room was going to be your transport staircase. But sadly, no such luck. Potato Pony is just beelining to the Triforce here in 6. He's already picked up the... power bracelet. I think he's already seen a floor heart. He's got to be a little bit careful.
So I got a quick question for you, Rick. How worried were you that level 7 was also going to be bait blocked when you saw you couldn't get around to that room?
I started to think about it, especially since I knew that there was, 2 rooms blocked by that power bracelet.
Yeah, we were watching. We're like, okay, well, he's bombed this side. He's bombed that side. And then we were getting really excited until you walked into the room next door and there was the Triforce in the Triforce room. And it's like, oh, really?
I felt good about that Triforce.
Well, I mean, you did, but we were kind of hoping for, we were hoping for something else.
I mean, I can understand that. That would have served me well for not doing the up and A trick to save the bait.
Very true. Hey guys, let's go ahead and get some GGs in chat here for Potato Pony. He has gone ahead and hit the forfeit, so we should be able to get him in here, hopefully, for some words in just a minute. All right, welcome and GGs to Potato Pony.
Thanks, GG Rick. Well done.
Yeah, GGs to you as well.
Yeah, I never really figured out what I was doing in this one.
Well, so the tail of the seed basically is Rick decided to dig as much as he could of level 8 when you guys found it after he had found the sword. So he got to that white sword incredibly early, and he also saw the hint for level 1 being near a lake. So when he did eventually find it, it's up above the waterfall. That had the bow, so that just kind of relieved any pressure from Rick on having to dig any other levels until the game said, hey, you have to go get a power bracelet.
Yeah, and kind of what my strategy at that point was is I still had to find level 4, I still had to find level 9, and I still had to find level 7. So I found level 4, and I still had all of Death Mountain to check. And I remember very quickly in level 8 getting that hint about, or what would have been appeared to be on the mountain is an entrance to death. I so quickly got out of it because I wasn't 100% sure if that was going to be a vanilla hint or if we actually had helpful hints turned on. So once I saw the hint about the any key being on the mountain as well, I'm like, oh, okay. So we are actually getting some helpful hints here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search all of Death Mountain, and I'm going to make this game force me to have to dig 2Q4, because anyone who has seen me the last 3 practice or the last 3 seeds that I've done, I hate 2Q4 with a passion.
Yeah, Meph mentioned that in chat. She's like, Rick had a seed. I think just last night, where level 4 just completely burned you.
I've had 3 seeds where 2Q4 has burned me back to back to back. So let's just put it this way. Me and 2Q4 don't get along. So I was really, really glad when I found that power bracelet in 6. That told me I had to do absolutely 0 of number 4 except for get that Triforce.
Yeah, that was definitely pretty handy. Potato Pony had actually gotten the Triforce. He'd gotten in and out of 4. He couldn't get to the item. I don't remember if it was key or recorder or what the block was, but he got in there. He got the Triforce. He got out, and that was really good. And Potato, you had some really clean combat this seed, so well done. There were quite a few rooms like with the dark nuts and like all the different obstructions and stuff, and you're doing a really great job of just very, very carefully whittling down the rooms. So
very
well
slowly,
done.
but thank you.
Well, I mean, again, that was really the tale of the seed. Came down to Rick deciding, of all
Yeah, well, I mean,
things
I
that
think-
you're going to find first, he's going to go into first quest 8 and get that. He got that white sword, and that was just kind of like, it was like pushing a boulder down the hill, basically.
Well, Rick, I feel like you deserved it, because getting to that white sword in 8 wasn't straightforward on low hearts and wooden sword. I mean, I did it an hour into the seed, and it was still pretty challenging. So I think you reaped the reward you deserved for fighting through there. So
Well, I'll be honest. The thing that was the bigger saving grace for me, there was 2 things. Number 1, 2 HP red dark nuts.
Was it 2?
Yeah, it was 2. Because they were killed by the white sword.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I never... Well, it involves math, and Alsoa isn't here, so...
And number 2, the primary enemy in that mixed enemy room with the ropes, the red dark nuts and the blue dark nuts, was the rope.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you could just despawn the tanky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I got so frustrated just by the bubbles and the turrets in the second room in north of where the dig dogger was.
That Gibdo room. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gibdo and Keith's room, that I was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And I think I went a couple rooms past it my first time in, saw that there was also dark nuts and the rest of the mess, another dig dogger or something, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this, and I gave up and then spent all my time in 2 and in some in 4. I got shuttered in 4. I got Y-forced in 8 when I went back. I don't know. It just never really got going.
Yeah, by the time I had gone back to that room where the Triforce was in, I had the compass, so I knew that room was the Triforce.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a Y-force the first time in 8, and you were just trying to get those, because it was a room with 3 shutter doors attached to it.
Yeah, I only had 5 rooms, the rooms to the west of there, left in 8, and I knew 2 of them had items, so I definitely wanted the items, and I was just, I wasn't careful enough where I was standing when I killed the last dark nut in that Triforce room.
I mean, it happens to all of us, and then we just get to go, really, game? Okay.
I also died on the waterfall screen, so I guess south of where level 1 was. So
yeah,
I nearly did. I'm lucky that I've had enough vanilla runs where I'm like, I'm gonna wait out this blue Lionel and have it face away from me. So I'm gonna bully my way past it, and here's level 1. Hi.
Yeah, and then it was just, I think it was like 3 or 4 rooms in, and there was the bow just
very, Very top of the E, yeah. The thing I was more like, thank you game was not, well, Power Bracelet was a thank you game, but the bigger one was, oh, I'm just going to drop into this staircase here in 7. Oh, hi, Red Ring.
Yay! Yeah, I was really happy to see that. And then Potato Pony went ahead and bought the boomstick. Because we were wondering for the longest time, the both of you kept getting like close-ish in money, and I'm just going, are we going to see the boomstick? Are we going to see that
Honestly,
boomstick purchase?
I don't think it made any strategic sense because I still needed to buy the bait, but I knew I was behind. You know, I felt like couldn't get anything going. I was like, I'm gonna at least use the boomstick for a couple of minutes, get the Triforce out of 6, then I'll check and see if Rick finished and call it quits. So I got a little bit of boomstick action in there just for fun.
Yeah.
Yay! I was excited. I was like, we got my shiny thing and we got the boomstick, so this is fantastic.
I mean, as that clock was getting closer and closer to an hour, I was definitely worried about where exactly you were. Maybe you had gotten that power bracelet early. Maybe you had quicker routed your way through that silver arrows in 5. Maybe you had gotten that bow in 1. I'm like, and I know the quality of opponent that you are. You're definitely a strong opponent that I respect a lot about. So I'm like, where exactly is Potato Pony now? Wait. How the heck did I win this?
Well, if only you knew that you had a solid 20 minutes left, you could have gotten a boomstick also.
Now I never got the wand out of 8, so
Yeah, once Rick found the bow, it was like the only thing he was digging was looking for the power bracelet when it became pretty evident that we were going to need it.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and ask. All right, so so we're in week 4 now. We got one more week of Swiss. So is there anything you guys are really looking forward to, or maybe like you're really hoping the randomizer kind of throws, a little monkey wrench or something into the plans?
Because
Because I mean, we've seen a lot of second quest.
Honestly, I went into the Swiss rounds hoping that I would find my way to 3 wins, and I've gotten 2 of them. So I'm just gonna see if I can pull out that last one. That'd be nice. But you know what? Could be 0 HP enemies. Could be blue dark nuts and wizrobes everywhere. It's all has its its own flavor.
you've got this, Potato Pony. You've got this.
But how about you, Rick? Is there anything you're really hoping the game is just, gonna change up for next week?
Oh goodness, let me see. I wouldn't mind getting some shapes action in here because I don't know how much shapes I've actually seen in my first 3 weeks. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I had shapes this morning in my earlier this afternoon, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's shapes! I love this. This is great. And then and then it was second quest back half, and I was like, game. But yeah, I can kind of agree with you that we've seen so much of the vanilla levels. It's just kind of like, all right, how about some wonky shapes game?
CD, I will say that when I walked into 8, I saw the gray exterior and noticed right away that it was on the very bottom of the line key there. I'm like,
yes,
thank you, game. It's not 2Q8.
See, I was still wondering if it could have been 2Q8 and the color had just changed until you walked into the room next door. You both kind of found it at the same time, and there was that door up, and I'm like, okay, we're good. But that 6 had me confused for a minute, because from where you entered, I was like, well, maybe that could be both first or second quest.
It confused me last night, too, which is why I immediately thought it was 2Q6. Because it was the same entry point, and it did the same thing here. So I'm like, no, we're going to mark this as 2Q6.
See, there you go. That's why you're good at this game, and I just play it for fun. And boomsticks.
Yay, boomstick.
Yay, boomstick. But all right, guys, with that, we'll go ahead and say a big thank you to SiriusX for doing our tracking tonight. It's always nice having somebody in the background pushing all the buttons and keeping us up to date. And then big thanks to Sassage Link for doing comms with me. I think this is the actually first time we've ever gotten to do this, so yay!
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and GG's, and good luck to everybody in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. And for anybody who's looking for more Zelda action, there is potentially one race right now that is already underway that might still be going over on Z1R Randomizer. And then on a SpeedGaming channel to be determined at 10:30
CD.
p.m. Yep,
It's SpeedGaming 1. They're just wrapping up over there.
I know, but I didn't want to assume because it still says TBD on my thing.
Right.
And
I'm just marking it right now as official schedule manager that is SpeedGaming 1.
okay. Well, it's going to be on Speed Gaming Prime. It's another 4-0 matchup between Jay Coper and Chess Jerk with Mr. Dunlow and Adigenos on the mic.
That's a treat right there.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. But and then in the upcoming days, we still have pretty much half of the rest of the matches going on. So keep your eyes peeled. And
Closing thought, GG